I'm live when I'm actually live, but I'm gonna assume that I'm live. It just loaded, go figure. Hi guys, today I'm talking about how to break out of a plateau when trying to lose fat or weight in your fitness journey. I'm gonna go over the questions that I often get in clarity calls from prospective clients in regards, as well as how to find the correct amount of calories that you should be eating during your cutting phase, which just means your weight loss or fat loss phase. I will be corresponding this live on a blog on www.m2mhc.net, which is my website where I do have a blog available. So I often get questions from prospective clients and clarity calls concerning how to break a plateau in their weight loss or fat loss journey in their fitness journey. And what this really boils down to is calories in versus calories out. This includes activity calories and how much food you're eating. Both are very important in the process of this. So the first question I always get is, how do I find the right amount of calories to eat? Well, there are two basic calculations to consider when you're calculating how much food you should be eating. The first one is basal metabolic rate, BMR, as most people know it. It's a number of calories you burn just simply being at rest, doing absolutely nothing. So you burn calories while doing that. Your body's a magnificent tool. That's one of the two important factors to consider. The second would be a TD calculation, which stands for total daily energy expenditure. This simply means the calories that you burn at rest and the activity calories added in that you burn during the day. Again, two very important calculations to pay attention to. Ideally, when starting a fitness journey for fat loss or weight loss, you should be at the highest number of calories available for cutting. This makes it extremely difficult to plateau. In general, this would be somewhere between your BMR and your TD. I have a link that I will post in the comments here if you would like to calculate your BMR and TD. And I'm going to leave that there right now. Go ahead and click that if you wish. I'm going to continue on. So I do have an example that I will post a link to below. It is for a woman who is age 30. She weighs 200 pounds and she's 5'6" with the activity level of 3 to 5 days a week, which I picked that activity level due to the naturing of my program. As you can see, this woman's BMR is 1,644 calories, and her maintenance calories, aka how to keep the calories at the same body weight, to continue, how to keep her calories to maintain the same body weight, is going to be 2,548 calories. What this means is it takes 1,644 calories to just support her living system doing nothing, and when working out to 3 to 5 days a week, she would require 2,548 calories. For a general rule of thumb, to keep the weight off, I set my clients up to lose 0.5 pounds to 1 pound a week. This ensures the lifestyle change to be sustainable and can be guaranteed to help the client keep off more weight as long as the plan is not drastic. 1 pound of fat is equal to 3,500 calories. This would mean you would have to burn 3,500 calories a week in order to lose 1 pound of fat. When dividing it by 7, which is the number of days in a week, that would be a 500 calorie deficit per day. So you're eating 500 calories less than you are burning every single day in order to lose a pound a week. I like starting slow with 0.5 pounds a week. Like I said, it just basically means that you're going to keep the weight off because it's a lot more sustainable. And in order to do this, you would have to be in a calorie deficit of 250 calories a day. To calculate this, I subtract the maintenance calories of 2,548 calories, and I subtract from that 250 calories. The amount to lose for that client of 0.5 pounds a week would come out to being 2,298 calories. While the metabolism speeds up from being properly fueled, she will still remain in a deficit, which ensures her clients to lean out. As a client successfully loses weight, she will have to adjust her calories accordingly. I suggest reevaluating after losing 8 to 10 pounds. That usually is a 1 month time frame of 2 pounds a week. That's a good indication of when to recalculate your calories. What if I'm already in a plateau, though? If you feel you're already in a plateau, it is highly probable you would benefit from something called reverse dieting. Using the numbers above, I will go over an example of how to reverse diet when you are in a plateau. As stated above, when losing weight, you'll have to adjust your calories accordingly to keep in a deficit. This is due to when you lose weight, you have the amount of energy burned goes lower generally. For example, the start of a diet, your BMR could be 1,644 kcal. Your TD could be 2,548 calories or kcal. And so you would end up cutting on 2,298 calories for a 0.5 pound a week weight loss. End a diet. BMR is 1,599 calories. TD is 2,478 calories, cutting on 2,228 calories for 0.5 pounds of weight loss a week. If you're reverse dieting, you would add 50 calories every 3 days or 75 calories every week until the scale moves up above where you want it to be. So at the start of the following week, you'd be at 2,328 calories. The goal to reverse diet is to use these extra calories to build up muscle. And the pro tip to keep you at the same kind of body shape without getting a bunch of extra fluff is to keep the cardio the same in the routine. When you lose fat, your BMR decreases due to having less mass on your overall body to go through daily activities. In order to eat more during a cut, it is vital to gain muscle. This would mean the BMR would be somewhere around 1,799 to 1,899, and the TD would be closer almost to 3,000. How do I know if I should be reverse dieting? Is another question I generally get. And this is why I stress to my clients to not go under their BMR and to stay close to their TD for optimal results. You should always start cutting on the highest amount of calories possible in order to consistently decrease over time. You will plateau. Do not go down on low calories. You may get quick, instant results, but those results will eventually stop, and you will be disappointed with the results you're getting eventually in the time frame that you have. Because you will eventually just stop getting results in general, which is not ideal. That's another reason why I don't put my clients on food plans unless they're competing, just because if you have the same type of food going in your body day in and day out, same amount of calories, you will plateau. So, most women come to me starving and not eating enough calories, which they automatically think is better, which I just kind of stated. The farthest thing could be true on resistance training. If you eat too few calories, you have nowhere to go once your body slows or stops with loss. You need calories for your body to function, as losing fat properly should be a sustainable process when it comes to making a lifestyle change, aka, like I said, not competing for anything, aka powerlifting or bodybuilding shows. If you are in a plateau for more than 4 weeks and cannot lower your calories anymore because you are starving, please reverse diet or look into seeking help from a professional to do so. If you are physically having trouble eating more calories, it is recommended to cut back on cardio or performing excessively. That'll give you extra calories between what you're eating because you are not burning them, and we'll be able to add some caloric increase onto your daily calorie intake, not expenditure, excuse me. So I currently have a couple clients reverse dieting just so we can get them back to where their TD should be. Currently I have a couple clients who are struggling to eat that much. I'll keep tabs on them so you all can see. I'll write another blog probably in about a month. So you're able to see what is going on aggressively with them. But that's kind of the basics of reverse dieting and how to set your calories. If you have any questions regarding this information, my email address will be linked in the comments as well as in the blog, and we can schedule a clarity call to assess your current program needs. Let me just put this email address in the comment. If you have any questions, feel free to go there. And I guess that's really it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Hope this information helps you. If you have anything you want to know about in the comments below, feel free to leave something. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have that are fitness related. Have a great day. Bye.